following is a presentation of TFNN. The Tom O'Brien Show is produced every business day. Tom takes your phone calls toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Let's go to our man Dave in Clearwater. Hey Dave, Happy New Year. What's happening, man?
Happy New Year to you, my brother. How are you, sir?
I'm doing great, man. How you been?
I am doing well, man. I'm doing well. Can I throw a quote out at you?
Sure.
In the market, somebody knows something. Someone always knows something. That statement was made by a great trader by the name of Tom O'Brien about 6-7 years ago.
Oh, yeah?
And it kind of hit me like a brick. You're right. Somebody always knows something.
Hey, Carlos, what's going on, brother?
I'm calling you back, Tom. This morning I had the pleasure to talk to you and your son, and I don't want to miss the opportunity to talk to you again.
Well, I think you made some money on this bond.
Oh, yes, Tom. Your newsletter helped me.
That's a beautiful thing. We appreciate you growling and prowling with us out here.
Now, Tom O'Brien.
Welcome, folks. This is Tom O'Brien of TFNN. We go 5 days a week. We go 10 hours a day. We go 24 hours a day on the internet at TFNN.com. Always remember, folks, whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows. Hope everyone's having a great day, safe day. Let's make it a great night, folks. Be impeccable with your words. Seek to know the truth. When you hear an opinion and believe it, you make an agreement and it becomes part of your belief system. The only thing that can break this agreement is to make a new one based on the truth. Only the truth has the power to do what? To set you free, baby. Market-wise, let's take a look at it out here. We have the Dow Industrials up 236, Nasdaq up 53, S&P's up 23, gold contract up $1, trading at $13.48 an ounce. Silver up a penny at $16.67 an ounce. Light sweet crude off a buck, $66.29 a barrel. Bonds, 10-year note, down one tick, 120.14. 30-year bond up 3, 145.16. Now they both rejected lower price, dramatically lighter volume, going against two separate signs of strength, folks. Those notes and bonds want higher price. Pretty wild. And it's pretty wild in the context that we'll get back into this S&P. But the S&P has been trying to get over this level for quite some time. Hasn't been able to make it. Bonds continue to say that, guess what? Bonds want higher price, which puts the S&P in not the greatest of positions. Euro right now is trading at up 48 ticks at 123.79 to $1 US. Good old King dollar's down 363 at 89.140. The euro, yen is at 107.09. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Give us a call, folks. Want to know what's going on in your world. In the world of the S&Ps, let's take a look at them. We'll get in, first, we'll take a look at the futures. So, futures out here. If we go back the last, let's go even the last 2 weeks. We have a spike high from the 27th, 26.79. This is bottom line, you know, after we had gone down hard in January, beginning of February rather. The S&Ps, they're coming into your huge downdraft from February 5th, where we went from 27.67 to 25.97. 27.67, yeah, 25.97, as well as March 22nd, where we went from 27.26 down to 26.41. The last couple of weeks, we've been trying to get up and over and into this 26.79 area, where we are today. We got the 26.87, and we'll see whether we can hold that coming into the close. Each and every day last week, we couldn't hold it. If we take a look at this intraday right now, what we're going to see, let's pull this up a little bit closer. Okay, so intraday out here, yeah, you still got a little trouble in paradise, and this is what it is. Okay, so we had at the get-go this morning, you know, the markets open up, you're at this 26.78. Your first leg down has volume. So that leg, now this is how this would work out. You have a high volume low, but that being said, the high of that high volume low, I suspect, is at least going to get tested. That's 26.76. It's only 5 points from where we are right now, and it will all depend on how we hit that high. You hit that high with volume, it'll open up the bottom of it. The first time that we came down, we got down to 2678, and you got a small expansion of volume. We did 1,700 contracts. These are on 10-minute bars. Then we just went back up with 20,000 contracts, but yet you were going into 23. So the way this is set up is that it wants to basically come down, try to test it out. Test the high of that low out. We go into the NASDAQ Composite. NASDAQ Composite right now, same type of setup in the Composite. Composite basically crawled up each and every day last week. The difference in the Composite actually had closed over the high that was generated on the 5th of April, whereas the S&Ps did not. Today what we did, we got up to a price point of 67.10. The high of Friday was 67.13. So bottom line, that didn't make the high, number one. We bring this a little bit closer. The composite, this is good. The NDX 100. Yeah, this is pretty cool. The NDX 100 first came down. Now, that's what saved it, that opening bar. So this is pretty cool watching how this shakes out. Okay, so the top of the opening bar here is 66.86. That had volume of 16,000 contracts. We got down to 66.84, 2 points underneath it, but your volume's anemic. We'll see whether it's going to test it again, but that stopped it in its tracks big time. Notes and bonds, folks, are turning around, and they are saying they want higher price, lower yield. That in the face of, we know that the Fed is going up on short-term rates. I mean, they have gone up. The probability is approximately 70% that they're going to go up in May. But guess what? They're buying notes and they're buying bonds. Bottom line is that what you have out here, you're at 120.07 of low today. 120.14 is the number, and when you take a look at this, what you're going to see is that you're coming into two separate signs of strength, and they're very large ones. March 1st as well as March 22nd, and that is on the 10 and on the 30. And we go take a look at the 30 right now. What you're going to see inside the 30, same type of setup. 30 got down to 144.21. The projection out here, what they're going into was 460,000 contracts. You've done 216. So bottom line is that when you see this bond market, so the bond market in general it laid out a low in February. Let's see, so the low right now, February 15th was the low in the bond market. Bottom line, it's been building a base, still wants higher price, lower yield, and in that context, the Basil show got a good question, and what the question was is that, so when does money come out of the stock market, when the bond market, when stocks are going down? The bottom line, folks, money goes to stock market heaven. It disintegrates when the market goes down. What happens as money goes into the bond market, that's separate monies that are just coming into the marketplace. You know, when you get downdrafts, it disappears. That's what money just doesn't, you know, the S&P is down 200 points. That money disintegrated. It's gone. It's gone. It's where people are putting new money, where trusts are putting new money. They're saying, I don't want to put it in the market. I'm going to put it in bonds. I'm going to put it in something safe for a bit. That's where I'm going to put it. Stay right there, folks. Come right back.
Hi folks, Tom O'Brien here. If you'd like to get my daily newsletter, Market Insights, then now is a great time to sign up for a 30-day free trial. Every morning by 9:30, I send out my morning letter to subscribers with market commentary on a variety of markets, currencies, and commodities to keep investors up to date on the day's trading action. Included in Market Insights are specific buy and sell recommendations for stocks, ETFs, and even options, with stops and price targets included for every trade in my newsletter. If you'd like to try my newsletter risk-free for 30 days, then head over to the front page of TFNN and you'll find Market Insights under Trading Newsletters. I use my years of trading experience to bisect and dissect the market every morning and give my subscribers the most important information they need to know for the day ahead. I even issue afternoon updates for my subscribers whenever warranted with important market action. I'm always scouring the market for the next great trading opportunity. Sign up for your 30-day free trial to my daily newsletter, Market Insights, today by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Wow! Go get them, folks.
In quiet markets, investors search for new trading opportunities. We'd like to introduce you to a new product that provides opportunities even in flat markets. Nadex, the North American Derivatives Exchange, is a new and innovative Chicago-based exchange registered with the Commodity Futures Trading Commission, and unlike most other exchanges, Nadex allows you to trade directly through them with direct market access when using their trading platform. Nadex never charges a fee to use their platform, which even includes real-time charts and full customization capability. Nadex's unique short-term binary options allow traders and investors to capitalize on strategies even when the underlying markets are quiet. Nadex's innovation has allowed them to come up with a line of unique trading products that are unavailable anywhere else. See how it works at nadex.com. That's NADEX.com, or click on the Nadex banner on the front page of TFNN.com. Futures and options trading involves risk and may not be appropriate for all investors. Until recently, it was almost impossible for the average investor to hedge against currency risk in Europe or Japan. For a bold trade on Europe or Japan that protects against moves in currency, trade HEGE or HEGJ, 2 times currency hedged leveraged ETFs from Direction Investments. Visit directioninvestments.com today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction shares at 866-476-7523. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
Tom takes your phone calls now. Toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Welcome back, folks. Let's go over and take a look at those S&Ps. So the S&Ps right now, you're at 2679. You're right back at this number. This is going to be intriguing watching this close, as it has been all the closes of last week. So you get a little swing point here that we had 17,000 contracts at, and thus far you've done 16,700. So bottom line, in the 10-minute one, you're going to do a bit better than that. The real kicker is going to be right where we talked about a few minutes ago, and that's we're 2 points away from it right now. It's 26.76. I suspect what you'll see here will finish right before that. Have to build some cause in order to get into that, because that's a good sized bar. That's the bottom line. You know, what does happen is that at the opens and the closes, though, this is when you are going to see some volume inside these indices. If we go over to take a look at the higher volume equities out here today, and this is a low volume market once again, you get Bank of America up 42 cents. You get Bristol Myers down $4.90. Merck is up $1.40. You got Microsoft up $1. Netflix is down 4. Let's go to Netflix. So Netflix, folks, 5 past 4. They're going to be coming out with numbers today. And Netflix right now, 307.86 we're at. Let's bring this back and see if we can. Okay, so good old Netflix. Okay, so on a weekly basis, you get a high of 331 with 80 million. You tested that with 56, then you come off that with 61. Let me see on the monthly. On the monthly, you got a mess. Interesting. The monthly's got a vicious doji. Well, that's saying that your probability is pretty good that Netflix is going to have a little problem at 405. It's, you know, when you look at this, see, Netflix had a nice sign of strength, no doubt, going all the way back January 23rd. But that's a good scene. On a daily basis, that high looks good at 333. But on a monthly basis, that high is a mess. You know, when you take a look at this and we put this on a monthly basis, it's a good mess. Okay? We're going to know soon enough. Amazon, let's go take a look at Amazon out here. So Amazon right now, trading sideways, up $6, $1,437. Amazon's going to be coming out with their numbers on the 26th. And if we do take a look at, let's see, whether it's Merck. I'm not sure whether it would be Merck. Let's see, with drug companies. Let's see what we got out here. What Amazon did say, I believe they're backing off on, let me see this, they're backing off on their shelving plans. Drug distributors, Cardinal Health, okay. Cardinal Health, CVS, Walgreens jumped on a report that Amazon has shelved plans to sell and distribute pharmaceutical products after considering it last year. So you do have, let's go to Walgreens. That's no doubt one of the monsters. Oh, look at that. They caught a nice little bid. So Walgreens been down since $80. You're at 66. You got a little bid out here today. Maybe they're just back. Look at Walgreens is a mess. This is pretty wild. Yeah, so Walgreens, well, yeah, Walgreens is off a high of $90. You're at 66. They're probably smart backing off just a bit because everyone's all over Amazon at this particular point. And the drug companies themselves, when you actually take a look at it, they have plenty of money for lobbyists to basically keep the pressure, to keep high prices. Big time. Let's go take a look at the inside the NDX 100, the strength versus the weakness out here. Strength is JB Hunt, that's up 6.3%. Walgreens is up 3.9%. Ulta Salon is up 3.3%, and Costco's up 3%. Taken away from it, you have C-Trip down 3.4%. Tesla's off 3%. Qualcomm's down 2%, and Vertex Pharmaceuticals down 1.9%. Now, we had some heavy divergence last night in the Asia markets, folks. It was pretty wild watching it, actually. So let's go over there and take a look at that for a second, because it's not unusual to have divergence. It's unusual to have such a large divergence. And what it was is this. You had the Nikkei basically flat. Taiwan was up 0.4%. Then you had Hang Seng down 1.6%, Shanghai off 1.5%, and then the China All Index down 2%. Big numbers. So if we go to the Hang Seng first, we take a look at the Hang Seng. What you're going to see is that the Hang Seng is going right against its high volume low that hasn't been tested yet. We got close to it, and that low that we're talking about is the February 9th low. We came down. You had an expansion of volume last night, 1.8 billion. That low has 5.3 billion. That's gonna get tagged, man. You know, and I suspect the way this traded last night, it looks like it's going to go after that once again. If we do go into the Dow Industrials and we take a look at the strength versus the weakness inside the Dow Industrials, you have United Health putting 49 points positive into it. You have 3M putting 16, Goldman's putting 15. What's intriguing here is that when you take a look at number-wise, meaning the Dow Industrials, you're up 213 points. Well, you have the Dow kind of evenly spread today. You know, almost every Dow stock is positive, excluding Disney. Disney's putting 2.8 negative points into it. GE's putting 1.6, and Nike's putting basically flat. That's unusual, meaning that you'd have the Dow up a lot more than $200 when every stock is basically putting some juice into it. The larger banks, great numbers, but guess what? They're not performing. JP Morgan came out with monster numbers on Friday. Bottom line, they sold JP Morgan off from 115 to 109. Wells Fargo is a mess. Bank of America this morning, that came out with good numbers. Bank of America basically is trading flat after coming down from a price point of $31 to $29.56 on Friday. Now you're at $30.16. What you're going to see here is that you had volume pushing lower last week. You can have volume today. Depends on how, of course, we're going to trade on this coming week. But that very well could set up, it looks like it's going to set up lower prices. Gold contract, what do we have with gold? Gold, bottom line, held its own out here today, up 254,000 contracts. We did 254,000. You're up $1. This thing is building cause to go after this 1375. And we've been trying to take this 1375 out since January of 2018. We've been trying to take this whole consolidation out for about a couple years. If we go to the GDX, the gold equities are in much better shape, actually, than the actual gold contract. Gold equities are in really sweet shape. You have you're backing down again today in the GDX. You're doing 19 million shares. Now watch this. This is where it was really impressive last week, actually. So on the 11th, on Wednesday, gold takes off topside. The GDX goes from 22 to 23. We do 73 million shares. On Thursday, gold gets smoked. Takes back everything. Goes down to 25 bucks. Well, no one sold the golds. You only did 38 million shares versus 73. Friday, gold climbs up about $6. Guess what? The GDX does 45 million shares, gets to 23 again. This baby is looking to trade to 24.86, up at that high from January. Stay right there, folks. We'll be coming right back. We have the Dow Industrials right now trading up 223, NASDAQ up 43, S&P's up 21. Coming right back.
No matter what kind of trader you are, 2018 is a great time to try out a subscription to Tom O'Brien's Gold Report. Whether you just plan on diversifying your portfolio with some exposure to gold and gold mining equities, or you're a gold bull that sees 2018 as the year of commodities, now is a great time to sign up for the Gold Report. Tom O'Brien publishes his Gold Report every Monday morning before the market opens and covers a variety of topics including gold, silver, platinum, copper, the XAU and HUI, the dollar, bonds, South African rand, as well as more than 20 of the most actively traded mining equities. Start your 2018 off with a bang and sign up for the Gold Report today. The Gold Report is a long-term newsletter where the focus is on building real wealth through the management of a successful portfolio of gold stocks. For all the details and to start your subscription right now, visit the front page of TFNN.com and you'll find the Gold Report under Investment Newsletters.
Would you like exposure to the foreign currency markets without any downside risk to your principal? Then consider the Petro Currencies Market Safe CD from Everbank. This 3-year U.S. dollar-denominated CD leverages the performance of 4 equally weighted currencies from these top oil-producing countries: Brazil, Canada, Mexico, and Russia. This CD features a 200% leverage factor, which means that your potential upside payment will be double the currency's average performance at maturity with no cap if the currencies increase in value over the CD's term. And if the returns are negative, your principal's 100% protected. Returns are based on CD performance with no correlation to the price of oil, and there is no annual percentage yield or periodic rate of interest on this index CD. The April 19th funding deadline will be here before you know it. So call 1-855-750-4051 or visit everbank.com/TFNN for the CD's term sheet and other important product details and disclosures. This advertisement is sponsored content. Everbank is a division of TIAA FSB, member FDIC.
I'm certain you are or strive to be one of the best at everything you do in life. It's the most common trait that we tigers and tigresses share. If you're looking to become the best of the best when it comes to managing your money, let me teach you to do what most wealth managers tell you can't be done, which is how to time the markets. I'm Steve Rhodes, author of Mastering Probability, and for the last 12 months, Timer Digest has been tracking my newsletter signals, which have earned me the ranking as their #1 market timer in the nation for the S&P 500 for the last 12, 6, and 3 months. Timer Digest also ranks me as the #1 market timer for gold as well. The fact is, markets can be timed, and I'll teach you the exact set of tools that I use that has transformed me into one of the best at what I do. Sign up for Mastering Probability today by clicking on the newsletter tab on the homepage of TFNN.com and get immediate access to workshops where I take you step by step how to use an extraordinary set of tools, as well as provide great market calls too. Sign up today.
This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. 877-927-6648. Let's go take a look at that XLF. So, banks, bottom line, still can't get out of their way, which is pretty wild in the context of they performed. There's no doubt they performed, but guess what? People aren't buying them. We take a look at the XLF. You're going to see it's flat. You're in the range of the downdraft. Bottom line is that, the XLF made a high January 29th, $30.32, and it's having a tough time, as the market is, getting over these 2 separate downdrafts. The first one from February 5th, the second one on March 22nd. You have a high volume low that's still laying out there at 26.76 inside the XLF. So that says that baby wants to get hit. Let's go and take a look at the oil market. So lots of excitement over the weekend. Bottom line is that markets basically taking it all in stride. We did have oil get up into a price point of $67. Right now, you're at $66.36 on this contract. Now, in order for oil to actually fail this breakout, because when oil did break on the 11th, you had volume on that break topside, folks. So this contract is still saying it wants a lot higher price. It would have to get back inside the $66 area, and you'd need some volume as it got back inside that area. And right now, you're pulling back into the strength with lighter volume. We've done 536,000 contracts versus going topside on 960. So the XLE, let's go into the oil and gas service stocks. They got the bid finally last week when oil did go topside, and they're continuing topside. Now, the difference here, let me pull this and see how this is setting up right now. So if we go the last 6 months from high to low, oh, this is going to be cool. So we're at 72.10. Your 0.618 retracement of that move, meaning on the way back up, would be 73.05. And we've hit 72.46, and you are having a dramatic contraction of volume. So that right there is going to be a good number to keep your eye on, the 73.05. Let's go to ExxonMobil and take a look at Exxon. Yeah, that's dying on the vine also. Chevron. Yeah, that's dying on the vine too. So the way that those are also trading is that those babies are saying that, guess what, we are getting close to a pullback also. If we go to the TLT, which is the 20-year bond plus fund, what you have there, this is a rejection of lower price, going to have lighter volume. You have a high volume spike at 122.35, you know. Just as the 10-year and the 30-year want higher price, this also wants higher price. So this is going to be just wild watching this whole thing shake out, meaning that interest rate structure in itself, the Fed, May 2nd, there is a 72% chance that they are going to go up another 25 basis points. Now, after that, what you have is that, let's see here. So June. This is interesting, actually. So June, yeah, June is still, these are all front-end loaded. This is going to be interesting here because this is what you have. May 2nd, you have a 72% chance when you're looking at the Fed fund probability rate. Oh, no. Okay, no. I got it, okay. May 2nd, there's only a 27% chance. Bottom line, no rate hike in May at this point. June 13th, you got an 88% chance. And then it doesn't go again over, it doesn't go over 50 at that point. 40, it goes to 48 in September. That's where we stand right now. So we'll see it. We'll see how this shakes out. So right now, June 13th would be the number as it stands that the Fed would push another 25 basis points into the marketplace. We go take a look at the XAU, the HUI. Let's see where we're at here. XAU. Okay, that's trading. Oh, it's a nice setup. Okay, that's trading 83.78. That's already rejected lower price. You have some juice behind the move from last week. Gold Bugs Index, same type of setup. Gold Bugs Index 180, 170. You get juice behind it from last week. And if you would like to take a look at the gold report, 30-day money-back guarantee, folks, just come over to our website at TFNN. You go into newsletters, go into investments newsletters. You'll see the gold report right there. Let's go take a look at Walmart. So when Walmart is coming out with numbers May 17th. This continues to struggle. This has been a one-way trade from 109 to 86. I don't think it's, yeah, it's back in the lower range. Walmart's set up, first off, to go back to 77. We'll see how it handles that price. So, Berkshire, BRK, let's go take a look at Berkshire. So Berkshire Hathaway is still the largest structure. That's not coming out to May 4th. Weighting structure inside the XLF. This is still having a hard time also. All these equities are having a very tough time, which would totally make sense, by the way, because we come down so hard in February as well as in March. And when we pull these back a bit, Berkshire's not as bad as the rest of them. Berkshire's still trading where it was trading in December of this year. We go take a look at Intel. Oh, actually, let's go to NVIDIA first, because what we do have, when this NASDAQ takes off topside, folks, it is the chips that seems to bring these up very, very quickly, and they bring them down very quickly. The chips seem to basically, well, the NDX 100 leads up and leads down. The chips inside the NDX 100, as well as the composite, bottom line of basically dragging that thing around. So if we do take a look at NVIDIA today, NVIDIA is down 19 cents. You get 7 million shares. That's light volume. This hasn't been able to get out of that range either, but bottom line is that this doesn't look like it's done trying to get the higher price also. That's coming out with earnings on May 8th, LRCX, Lam Research. Lam's at 203. Well, it's been a long consolidation. Lam doesn't look to me like it's going to go hit the highs again. Yeah. So it's in quite a consolidation. The top of that consolidation being about 220, the bottom being 156. That is one monster consolidation, man. Think about that. You have a 60-point consolidation. That for a $220 stock. What is that, almost a 25% consolidation? Yeah. Boy, oh boy, you're holding on to that. You better hold on for your life. We go take a look at, let's go take a look at good old GM, see what GM's been up to. So GM's trading 39.26. That's coming out with numbers on the 26th. That's down from 46. Stay right there, folks. Come right back.
Many of our new listeners have heard about The Tiger's Den. The Tiger's Den is a lively community where professional traders and investors can meet, exchange ideas and information in a comfortable, moderated atmosphere. Hear all of the TFNN shows, plus see all of the charts as they happen live and have access to archives of all of those charts. You can test drive The Tiger's Den absolutely free for 30 days and greatly enrich your knowledge of these markets and how to make your money work for you. Details on The Tiger's Den are on the front page of TFNN.com. Tiger TV is an exciting way to experience TFNN programming. See high-definition video giving you crystal clear charts, as well as seeing some of the faces of TFNN's highly acclaimed financial experts with crisp, full-fidelity sound. Catch Tom O'Brien, John Logan, Steve Rhodes, Basil Chapman, Larry Pesavento, Think or Swim, David White, Andy Hecht, and Daryl Martin in crystal clear, high-definition audio and video. Tiger TV, exclusively at TFNN.com.
David White's newsletter, The Technology Insider, is focused like a laser on finding the next big things in technology. If you had invested only $10,000 in Microsoft in 1986, you'd have been a millionaire by 2000. Disruptive technology like Microsoft's is the key to these massive long-term profits, and the Tech Insider is the vehicle from TFNN to capitalize on these opportunities. This is the go-to newsletter that identifies, monitors, and profits on mostly little-known cutting-edge companies with great long-term prospects. David's experience is as an inventor of Emmy-winning animation products for TV and Hollywood that propelled a company public. Match that with 14 years as a full-time trader, and he's uniquely qualified to guide you through the light-speed world of ever-evolving high-tech. If you're ready to ride the next big technology bull market for less than $40 per month, log on to TFNN.com and get your 2-week free trial to the Technology Insider. Get in on the ground floor of the next big thing today. The Path of Least Resistance is David White's daily trading newsletter, and if you're looking for active trading ideas, then now's a perfect time for a 30-day free trial to this powerful daily trading advisory service. David uses his years of trading experience to offer his subscribers his trading ideas each morning in his Path of Least Resistance newsletter. Using a combination of equity trades along with options, David keeps his subscribers up to date with all pertinent market information with intraday afternoon updates when warranted. Don't miss out on this great chance to get a 30-day free trial to David's daily newsletter, The Path of Least Resistance, with no obligation to pay anything. David has been delivering solid recommendations for his subscribers recently, and if you'd like to see the type of newsletter he delivers every morning, then visit the front page of TFNN and you'll find The Path of Least Resistance under Trading Newsletters. For all the details and to start your 30-day free trial today, log on to TFNN.com now.
Tom takes your phone calls now. Toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Tom O'Brien.
Welcome back, folks. Dow Industrials right now up 249, Nasdaq up 51, S&P's up 23, and you know, we know that the bureaucracies, folks, love spending all our taxpayer money, and since we all got to get our taxes filed tomorrow, this one's not as bad as some in the past, meaning $5,000 for a hammer or a toilet and all that, but this is one that's been out there for a while. This is a good one. So the Environmental Protection Agency violated spending laws by installing, so check this out, a $43,000 phone booth, privacy booth in the office of Scott Pruitt's government accountant in his office. So check, when you break this down, where do you hear this breakdown now? So the expenditure violated the Anti-Deficiency Act because it obligated appropriated funds in a manner specifically prohibited by law. The GAO said in a report made public this afternoon, it ran afoul of a law requiring advance congressional notification for expenditures of more than $5,000 for improvements of an agency's head office, according to the government auditors. Because the EPA did not comply with the notification requirement, the funds were not legally available at the time the EPA incurred the obligation, the GAO found. EPA should report this Anti-Deficiency violation Act violation as required by law. So here's the numbers. So check this out. This is, man, these contractors are making so much money, it's sick. So the soundproof booth cost $24,570 when ordered from Acoustical Solutions in Richmond, Virginia. Site preparation, now this is a 4x4 booth. Site preparation and construction to reconfigure office space for the booth boasted the overall price. It cost $3,470 to put a concrete level-in floor in. It cost $7,978 to remove the closed-circuit TV equipment. Now check this one out. You're going to love this one. 4x4, so it's 16 square feet, right? It costs $3,350 to paint it. How's that? Wouldn't you love to be a painter there? $3,350 to paint 16 square feet. Bottom line, people don't make $47,000 a year and $43,000 a year. Spend it on a phone booth. You got to be kidding me, man. I mean, it's like 4x4. Yeah, it's 4x4. Yeah. I'm telling you, if you want to know why Washington, D.C., some of the most expensive housing is up there, it's because of the amount of government contracts. That is one of the biggest games in the world. When I was up there, we were up there visiting, and I got to talk with quite a few people. And the intriguing thing is, so the way a lot of, well, not, I can't say a lot of the work, only the work that I'd be talking about, which are large contracts. But it's getting the contract. The people that get the contract never are doing the work. You have the aspect of getting the contract, and that's what it's all about. Once you get the contract, guess what? You're subbing everything out, man. Bottom line, but pretty, yeah. It's why there's so many lobbyists up there. It's why there's so much money being spent up there. And of course, when it's third-party money, you just basically write it all off. But guess what? We don't write it all off because we're the ones that are paying for it on a continual basis. And that only goes up and continues to go up. Let's go take a look at good old Apple. So Apple's going to be coming out with numbers. Let's see. They're in May, I believe. May 1st. Okay, so they come out May 1st. We are trading right now $1.75. And Apple's been here for quite a while. Apple's been at the same level since November of 2017. What Apple does have is that has that high volume low, trading 150. So that thing is game. Google, we go over to Google, take a look at Google. Google's been having a tough time. Google right now is trading 1,039. This comes out with their numbers the 23rd, which is pretty cool. So that's, let's see, today's the 16th, right? This is good. Next Monday, after the market close. So this here has been for, this is trading from October of 2017 also. It looks to me, we're going to get some big action in the next few weeks out here, folks, because what we do have out here, like Google in particular, it came down hard off its high of 1186, got to 992, almost made it back to the high of 1186. We made it back to 1177, came down hard again. And now you get another nice high volume high at 980. So you get two of them, 980 and 992. Now the 980 is less than the 992, but bottom line is that those are still two high volume highs. They'll get tested. Where Google has to worry about is that this 986, that's what held it from, both times when it come down. And that was a spike higher in July of 2017. We put this back on a monthly. See, on a monthly, what you have here is that you get volume off a high in a monthly. On a monthly, that little baby looks like it can have some real trouble. So as these equities come out with numbers, we're going to see quite a movement big time. Let's go take a look at Facebook. Yeah, we have Facebook is done, but let's go look at it anyway, see what it's, Facebook's a 164.80. We take a look at this. You're off 195, so 164 is not the end of the world. But this is what you have at Facebook. Now, the intriguing thing about Facebook is this. Facebook went up without volume from $63. The last time that Facebook had any real good volume was April of 2014. An equity like that really has major danger once you start coming down. Google, Amazon, these built floors on the way up. Facebook did not. Facebook was a one-way trade from April of 2014. It was at 63. It just kept going. The first time it had any type of pullback at all was at 133. So you're talking about over doubling in price, and in October of 2016, you took a hit. You went from 133 to 113, and within 2 months later, you were back to 133. That's the only major hit it took, and then it didn't breathe again, meaning take a hit at all from the December level of 2016 right up to its high. Now that's danger when you're coming down because there's absolutely zero support because you went up so fast and you didn't have juice on the way up. So that is definitely a unique chart in the context of no floors whatsoever. And when Facebook comes out with their numbers, now they haven't revised their numbers. You are talking about monster numbers for the next quarter. They're looking, well, it's not a huge quarter. Their last quarter is always the biggest. 11 billion though, 11.4 billion they're looking to do, and that would be up from 8 billion in the first quarter of 2017, and that they're coming out the 25th. So that's next Wednesday. So you can see We get good numbers coming out after the close out here today. Everything just starts accelerating right now as to the earnings numbers coming out. Dow Industrials right now up 250, Nasdaq's up 56, S&Ps are up 24. Coming right back.
Larry Pesavento has just started his brand new service, Fibonacci 24/7, and he's already delivering content to his subscribers on a daily basis when the market's opened and even on weekends. Each Monday, you'll receive Larry's written report that provides detailed commentary and a summary on the charts and videos that Larry sends out. And throughout the week, when warranted, Larry will send out via charts or videos or both the key markets that he is watching during the day. This will be up-to-the-date, active trading information that will help you in your daily trading. In Larry's first week alone, he sent out 25 charts, 6 videos, and a full report to his subscribers in just 1 week. If you're a technical trader that uses patterns and retracements to trade, then Larry's service Fibonacci 24/7 is something that you must try. Right now, new subscribers can get a full 30-day money-back guarantee. With nothing to risk, sign up now to Larry Pesavento's Fibonacci 24/7 by visiting the front page of TFNN.com under Trading Newsletters. Since 1984, Basil Chapman has been using the Chapman Wave methodology to advise traders of his expert market opinion. While originally hand-drawing charts from the late 1970s into the 1980s, Basil noticed that prices under most circumstances virtually always had a certain number of legs to the upside before declining sharply. Later, Basil found that computer software, which included the standard market technical indicators, enhanced the degree of accuracy in calling price turns, as well as market trend calls. Thus was born the Chapman Wave sequence. Using the Chapman Wave methodology along with other indicators, Basil Chapman advises his subscribers of his expert market opinion each market day with his opening call newsletter. Right now, you can get a 2-week free trial to the opening call, Basil's daily trading newsletter, by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Cancel at any time during that trial and pay absolutely nothing. Get your 2-week free trial to Basil's newsletter, The Opening Call, today by visiting TFNN.com. TFNN is excited about our new software charting program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts. In collaboration with Tom O'Brien and using his best-selling book, The Art of Timing the Trade, Your Ultimate Trading Mastery System, David White has programmed an outstanding piece of software that will complement any trader's methodology. Using this first-of-its-kind program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts allows you to scan thousands of stocks for Fibonacci formation setups, including Gartley's, ABC's, butterflies, and much more. The Art of Timing the Trade Charts is designed to help you when scouring the markets for stocks just beginning to form the trading patterns that many investors spend days, weeks, or even months searching to find. And right now, we're offering licenses available at only $79 a month. We are so confident that you're going to love this new charting software that will even give you a 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee. Don't miss out on this incredible new piece of software. Get your copy of The Art of Timing the Trade Charts today by visiting TFNN.com.
Don't forget, you can listen to TFNN live on your mobile device 24 hours per day. Go to TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV. That's TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV for the latest market information.
Welcome back, folks. Dow right now is up 244. Nasdaq's up 57. S&Ps are up 23. We take a look at the volumes out here inside the NYSE. It's anemic. It's pretty amazing, actually. It's 465. They'll still throw 700 into it, but that is anemic volume, folks, in a huge way. Composite, NASDAQ composite, 1.5. That'll do about 1.8. If we take a look at the SPY, what do you have with the SPY? SPY right now is at 49 going into 129 as well as 148. Now the SPY's trading at 267.57. The number to keep your eye on is 257.54. That's the high of Friday. 266.64 would be a lot bearish, a lot more bearish if it closed underneath that. But I don't expect you're going to get that kind of hit coming into the close. NDX 100, 3 Qs. What do we have with the 3 Qs? 3 Qs, 23 million shares traded. Yeah, that didn't make the high of Friday. So that puts another deal inside this Netflix again. So let's take a look at Netflix coming into this close. This is going to be Netflix will move this market coming into the close, move the NDX futures, folks. You're down 280. They're buying it into the close. We're down $4. That being said, you know what? Bottom line, on a monthly basis, I'm going to go with the monthly basis, because on the monthly basis here, bottom line, let's see. So you don't have any volume at the high. Yeah, I'm going to go with the thing's going to go south. And we know Netflix can go up $50 or $60. It can go down 50 or 60. It hasn't done that in a long time because they've grown such exponentially. But this also hasn't had good volume in a long time either when it has gone topside. So we're going to know in all of 9 minutes. 4:05. Numbers are going to be coming out. Stay right there, folks. Lots of numbers coming out after the close today. Dow Industrials up 231, NASDAQ up 55, S&P's up 22. Come right back.
You know what's cool? Taking something that's good for you. Something specifically formulated to help with weight loss, better sleep, stress reduction, and the need to detox.
Nico, our hunter and gatherer ancestors found all their nutritional requirements for health in their wild environment. But today, our food sources no longer contain the vitamins, minerals, and nutrients our bodies need to stay healthy and strong.
That's why we need Primal Edge Daily Nutrition. It includes a special blend of ionic, soil-based vitamins, minerals, fatty, and amino acids in an easy-to-use liquid form.
Primal Edge is powered by highly concentrated folic and humic acids, nature's preferred delivery system. They have been called miracle molecules because, like sunlight, air, and water, life cannot exist without them.
That's right, Paige. They ensure we receive all the nutrition we need to be healthy and thrive. We take it every morning.
Primal Edge, formulated and approved by Nico and Paige of Living a Primal Lifestyle. Buy it today for just $89. Click on the Primal Edge banner on the front page of TFNN.com. The following is a presentation of TFNN. The Tom O'Brien Show is produced every business day. Tom takes your phone calls toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Oh, look who we have. It's a beautiful day. Got our man, Jim from Minneapolis. We're going to take it by storm.
Taking it by storm, baby.
I love that. That's a great saying, man. Hey, what's happening, brother?
Good morning, gentlemen. How you guys doing today?
Good, man. Yourself?
Oh, man. It's been the most incredible couple of days since when I called in on Friday, Litecoin busted out of that consolidation on the 2-hour chart.
Okay. And
it just never looked back. It did a 100-point ABC up, and now it's very extended the way I look at it. But holy, I mean, it went up to $420 last night.
Now, Tom O'Brien.
Welcome, folks. This is Tom O'Brien of TFNN. We go 5 days a week. We go 10 hours a day. We go 24 hours a day on the internet at TFNN.com. Always remember, folks, whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows. Hope everyone's having a great day, safe day. Let's make it a great night, folks. Assume nothing. In any kind of relationship, we make the assumption that others know what we think. We don't have to say what we want because we assume they're going to do what we want because they know us so well. If they don't do what we want, we feel hurt and think, how could you do that? You should know better. Bottom line, get rid of the gray, folks. Market-wise, let's take a look at it out here. We have the Dow Industrials up 212, NASDAQ up 49, S&P's up 23. Percentage-wise out here, what you had, folks, is that you had the Dow Industrials traded up 0.8%, NASDAQ 0.7, S&P's 0.9. Netflix, NFLX, they just come out with numbers. Netflix closed at 307. That's trading at 305. It's been as low as 300. It's been as high as 310. We'll get back into the numbers on Netflix. What was intriguing is that when Netflix first did come out, they had the link up and there was nothing inside the link. Bloomberg and a few of these other news outlets were going pretty wild pretty quickly, but bottom line is that they got that link up there. Gold contract up 80 cents, trading at $13.48 an ounce. Silver up 1 penny at $16.67 an ounce. Light sweet crude down 97 cents, $66.36 a barrel. Notes and bonds. You had the 10-year note down 1 tick, 120.14. 30-year bond up 3, 145.16. Both notes and bonds, folks, what they did once again, they rejected lower price. They had lighter volume. The 10-year got down to a price point of 120.17. You did 950,000 contracts. That's anemic volume. You were going into monster strength. You were going into 2.6 million contracts as well as 2.4. They want higher price. That's your 10. We go to the 30. We take a look at the 30. What you're going to see inside the 30-year. Got down to a price point of 144.21. You did 230,000 contracts, also rejected lower price, dramatically lighter volume. You were going into 464,000 contracts. And what did come out right after the close, folks, is that China holdings of United States Treasuries has risen the most in the past 6 months. Bottom line, they're buying Treasuries. And it probably is just not China, folks. Net buying of agency debt was $11.8 billion in February. Japan's treasuries, let's see, they fell $6.3 billion, but they still hold $1.06 trillion. Foreign net buying of U.S. Corporate debt was $4.1 billion. Big numbers. So let me get the whole table. This is pretty cool. Okay, so here we go. Here's the whole table. So you had, when we go from notes and bonds, when you take a look at it, February, you had them come in with $23.5 billion in bonds, $8.9 billion in bills. Although, okay, so the bills are only 2 years, 2 to 5 years. China was the main one. You're going to love this, though. See, China's the main one, folks, but look, you got Cayman Islands, #1. So Cayman Islands, folks, that's where all the funds are. Cayman Islands was the biggest buyer of bonds, period, $10.3 billion. China, $8.5 billion. Germany, 7.5. Saudi Arabia, 7.3. United Kingdom, 7.2. It just goes on and on and on and on. Sellers, let's see. In the first seller, this is pretty cool, too. There's no large sellers. Well, Ireland, 13.5 billion. Japan, 6.3. Ireland would have been the largest seller. Bottom line, you can see the point here. The point is, yes, the Feds are going up on short-term rates, but guess what? There's still more buyers than there are sellers inside that marketplace. King dollar. What do we have at King dollar? King dollar down 353 ticks, trading 89.150. If we go take a look at King dollar, what you're going to see with King dollar is that it closed out near the lows of the session. Now, it only had 16,000 contracts. That's short contract volume. That's light contract volume. There's no doubt about that on the way down. Bottom line is that we'll see how it gets into this lower swing point, because it's dealing with the swing that was generated out here on the 11th, which is 89.02. We're at 89.15. I expect what you are going to see is that it's going to try to make this run for 88.530. And that's not the bottom of the consolidation. The bottom of the consolidation is 87.830. And I do expect we're going to basically get into that number, and we'll see whether that number can break down. Gold contract. What do we have with gold? Gold contract held its own out here today, up 80 cents, 257,000 contracts. That gold contract wants to run up to that 1375 area. We go over to silver. We take a look at silver, $16.66. Silver did 75,000 contracts. This is pretty good. Silver peeked its head out. You know, silver's been having a tough time trying to basically catch a bid. Caught a nice bid last week, got up to $16.89. Right now, we are at $16.65, and the top of that consolidation is approximately $17. I do expect we're going to go after that $17 area. The real kicker is going to be, can it take that baby out? We go take a look at back to Netflix. What we have with Netflix. Netflix closed at 307. That's trading 331 right now. And 331, let's see, your high is 333.98. So bottom line is that you can expect a lot more volatility in this, but bottom line is that it is pushing up into that area. Let's see, Netflix second quarter total net streaming additions. The estimate was 4.83 million. They came on with 6.2 million, big numbers. Earnings per share, they had seen the 65 cents. They think they're going to do 79 right now. And let's see, what else we got? They're exceeding forecasts. That's the bottom line. And we'll see how the rest of this shakes out. Volume-wise, they expected 3.69 billion. They did 3.7. So that's a close number. But they are trading. They're fluctuating basically between around that 330 number. Right now you're at 328. That doesn't mean they're going to stay there, though. For the first 4 or 5 minutes, they were at the 305 to 310. They popped up to this 330. That 330 number, that is the high of the day out there. No, it's that high period. Volume inside the NYSE today, 748 million. Inside the NASDAQ Composite, we had, let's see, Composite did 1.7 billion. Stay right there, folks. Got our man, Mr. Larry Pesavento, coming up next. Growling a problem with you. I'm going to be right back.
Hi folks, Tom O'Brien here. If you'd like to get my daily newsletter, Market Insights, then now is a great time to sign up for a 30-day free trial. Every morning by 9:30, I send out my morning letter to subscribers with market commentary on a variety of markets, currencies, and commodities to keep investors up to date on the day's trading action. Included in Market Insights are specific buy and sell recommendations for stocks, ETFs, and even options, with stops and price targets included for every trade in my newsletter. If you'd like to try my newsletter risk-free for 30 days, then head over to the front page of TFNN and you'll find Market Insights under Trading Newsletters. I use my years of trading experience to bisect and dissect the market every morning and give my subscribers the most important information they need to know for the day ahead. I even issue afternoon updates for my subscribers whenever warranted with important market action. I'm always scouring the market for the next great trading opportunity. Sign up for your 30-day free trial to my daily newsletter, Market Insights, today by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Wow! Go get them, folks.
Has the current market volatility continued to stop you out of trades when the market spikes against you? Now is the perfect time to open up an account with Nadex. Nadex, the North American Derivatives Exchange, is a brand new, completely regulated Chicago-based exchange, and unlike most other exchanges, Nadex allows you to trade directly through them with direct market access when using their completely free trading platform, which also features real-time charts and full customization capability. One of the advantages of trading with Nadex in volatile markets is that your risk is always capped and you have the ability of keeping your trades open even when the market spikes against you. Nadex is completely brand new with a line of unique trading products that are unavailable anywhere else. See how it works at nadex.com. That's NADEX.com. Or click on the Nadex banner on the front page of TFNN.com. Futures and options trading involves risk and may not be appropriate for all investors. Are China A shares hot or not? If you trade China A shares, now may be time to take a closer look. Trade CHAU or CHAD, Directions Daily CSI 300 China A Share Bull and Bear ETFs. China A shares in either direction. Visit directioninvestments.com today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction shares at 866-476-7523. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
Tom takes your phone calls now. Toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Welcome back, folks. Dow finished up 212, NASDAQ up 49, S&P's up 24. Let's go over to our man, Mr. Larry Pesavento. Now, don't forget, folks, right here at TFNN, Larry kicks us off every trading day. Outstanding program, 9 to 10 Eastern Standard Time. Larry's also got a great newsletter, Fibonacci 24/7. You can get this 30 days money-back guarantee by coming over to our website at TFNN. Go to newsletters, go to trading newsletters. Bottom line, you can sign up right there. Better yet, as you're coming over, right on the front page, you're going to see our man, Mr. Larry Pesavento. He is going to be doing a webinar with a special guest, Jim Bartoloni. They are going to be talking about quite a bit, folks, okay? They're going to be talking about taking the ABC patent to the next level. Inside this, it's going to be a 90-minute webinar. Inside of that, we're going to be talking about the real law of vibration, what makes markets self-organize, what numbers matter and how they are related, the simple math behind all market moves, how to use sacred geometry. You know, and you know, bottom line is that Larry loves patents, we love patents, and you hear that word quite a bit when you start talking about geometry. So what is sacred geometry? Well, we've all seen it, folks, okay? We've seen it a million times. This term got picked up, I don't know how many, probably centuries ago, who knows. Sacred geometry basically has to do with the geometric shapes and proportions that are in huge churches, temples, mosques, altars, tabernacles, all the above. The bottom line, it's all over the place. But we're going to let Mr. Larry Pesavento tell us what this webinar is going to be all about. Larry Pesavento, what's going on?
Hey, Tom, how are you doing?
I'm doing great, man. Yourself?
Very good. Folks, I really highly recommend you try to come in and listen to Jim give his presentation. I met Jim just about 20 years ago. He was a F-14 Tomcat pilot, and I was fortunate enough to train him and the other 3 members of his group. And we've become very, very close friends. But Jim has taken the study of patterns to a level that very few people do. And he has a really strong affinity, of course, for numbers and music and stuff like that. And it's just truly amazing to watch what he's going to show you, because he's going to walk you through, you know, how you mentioned tabernacles and churches and stuff like that. But, you know, Tom, it goes into the, you know, the actual structure of the universe, you know, the actual dimensions of the Earth, the moon, you know, all the planetary things and how all these numbers fit together, basically, you know, confirming what Einstein said before God was numbers. And it's really quite amazing what he's done, especially when he talks about the square roots of some of these numbers and how it works to the musical scale. And then what he does is he relates it to some charts. He'll have some really interesting charts of Walmart and Amazon and some of the others showing, you know, some of these incredible moves that we've had and where they went and why they stopped there and historically what it means. Now, a lot of this stuff you're not going to be able to use in trading, but it's going to open your eyes that, wow, this stuff really does repeat, and it does have some type of a mathematical basis. And he's going to share a lot of that with you, but he's studied it a very long time, and he's done an incredible job at it. And Tom, you're talking to somebody who's been looking at the markets for well over 57 years, and I'll tell you, when I see something like this, I really like it. That's why I've asked him to bring this to us. He gave a small version of this to the Market Technicians Association meeting last year in, I believe it was November in New York, and it just knocked the socks off of him. And so what we've done is expanded it to make it a little bit more interesting. But I think the folks would really like it, because not only is it educational, but it relates to, you know, why these patterns work. And, you know, if you stop and think, you know, the patterns repeat over and over again. We see it, but we don't pay attention to why it's, the
repeating nature is amazing, right?
Yeah, and they do it with precision. That's the real key. And this is what he's going to try to show us, that even though it doesn't work all the time, that it works a lot more than people give it credit for. And he's going to show you some of the things that make it work. And the other thing that's really important is it'll show you when it does work, that it's going to take you to a level that you know, goes far beyond where you think it might be going. Like we have these markets that go straight up and straight down. It's really, he's just done a great job. And not only that, he's a really good teacher. He's very funny, and he's good at answering questions. So it'll be a real interesting 90 minutes for sure.
And you know what's so cool?
I think they'll like it.
What's so cool, folks? So, you know, like when we start with this, the real law of vibration, you're going to be really surprised, folks, that most of us, right, are very attuned to exactly what Larry and Jim and I, you know, we're talking right now. Some of it might sound foreign to you, but it's not, because when you see it visually, you're going to say that, oh, I've seen that a million times. That's what's so wild about these numbers. Even, you know, I remember I didn't realize that the vibration aspect, Larry, is the same sequence, you know, until about 15 years ago. And I says, oh, this is wild, because what happens, folks, is that when you hear certain tones, there's some that you like more than others. You'll be really surprised that that pattern has to do with the number also, which is just a mind blower, you know?
Yeah, it certainly is. And it's just very, very interesting. And the pictures that are there are really, you know, really neat, because you'll recognize some of the course from Da Vinci and Pythagoras and stuff, but there's others that, you know, looking at the shapes and stuff and the musical scale, that'll be really interesting to folks. And I believe there's about 55 slides that he has, and it's just really interesting. I've only seen one other thing like this that is private from my friend over in the UK that is doing the same type of thing in depth, but they're the only two that I've ever seen that have actually taken it to this kind of a level to try to describe, you know, why markets, you know, work the way they do, and why music works the way it does, and the astronomy, and, you know, and all the other stuff. And him being a pilot, you know, he was drawn to this because, you know, they have to work with X and Y charts on their things. But he's a very good teacher.
Yes.
So you won't be bored. I can promise you that.
And so, folks,
he'll be doing. I'll be listening like everybody else, and I've heard it twice, and I still love it. So I'm sure you folks will like it.
Yep. And the way you come into it, folks, just come over to our website. You're going to see Larry's right on the front page. Subscribe to his 24/7 newsletter. It's a great newsletter, because out 24/7. That's the bottom line. You're going to get a 30-day money-back guarantee there. Next Tuesday, a week from tomorrow, 6 to 7:30. Great workshop. Now, if you can't make it live, don't worry about it. We put it on your page. It's there for a full month. And this is the type of workshop that you are going to want to basically take a look at a lot more than once, folks. That's the bottom line. You know, so we really appreciate all the guests you bring on, Larry. And, of course, every trading day right here, folks. So there's a couple different ways you can listen to TFNN all the time, right? One of the easiest ways, folks, is just go to YouTube, put TFNN in the search bar, subscribe. It's free, right on your phone. That way, every program that comes up, when Al's in here at 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock in the morning, he gets us live, boom, guess what? It's going to pop right up on your phone. TFNN's going live. All the programs are right there. Easy way to do it. You want to listen to a program? Great. You don't want to listen to a program? Great. Bottom line, you have it in front of you all the time with the charts, with everything else. It's really cool. Okay, Larry, you better get ready for that boat ride. Me and Larry get a bet on bonds, folks.
Not this time, Bubba.
You see,
not this time.
Hey, listen, the Chinese just came in. They just bought all the bonds up last 6 months.
Thanks a lot,
Love you,
Tom.
man. Okay.
Bye-bye.
Have a great one. Stay right there, folks. Come right back. Dow Industrials finished up 212. NASDAQ up 49. S&P's up 24. Netflix. Let's see where she is. Netflix trading 328. Coming right back, folks. Would you like exposure to the foreign currency markets without any downside risk to your principal? Then consider the Petro Currencies Market Safe CD from Everbank. This 3-year U.S. dollar-denominated CD leverages the performance of 4 equally weighted currencies from these top oil-producing countries: Brazil, Canada, Mexico, and Russia. This CD features a 200% leverage factor, which means that your potential upside payment will be double the currency's average performance at maturity with no cap if the currencies increase in value over the CD's term. And if the returns are negative, your principal's 100% protected. Returns are based on CD performance with no correlation to the price of oil, and there is no annual percentage yield or periodic rate of interest on this index CD. The April 19th funding deadline will be here before you know it. So call 1-855-750-4051 or visit everbank.com/TFNN for the CD's term sheet and other important product details and disclosures. This advertisement is sponsored content. Everbank is a division of TIAA FSB, member FDIC.
No matter what kind of trader you are, 2018 is a great time to try out a subscription to Tom O'Brien's Gold Report. Whether you just plan on diversifying your portfolio with some exposure to gold and gold mining equities, or you're a gold bull that sees 2018 as the year of commodities, now is a great time to sign up for the Gold Report. Tom O'Brien publishes his Gold Report every Monday morning before the market opens and covers a variety of topics including gold, silver, platinum, copper, the XAU and HUI, the dollar, bonds, South African rand, as well as more than 20 of the most actively traded mining equities. Start your 2018 off with a bang and sign up for the Gold Report today. The Gold Report is a long-term newsletter where the focus is on building real wealth through the management of a successful portfolio of gold stocks. For all the details and to start your subscription right now, visit the front page of TFNN.com and you'll find the Gold Report under Investment Newsletters.
TFNN has put together the finest programming lineup each trading day, featuring some of the most knowledgeable and respected financial minds in the nation to educate traders and investors. On Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, we broadcast 8 hours a day, starting at 9 a.m. as Larry Pesavento kicks us off with Trade What You See. Tuesdays and Thursdays, we broadcast 11 hours. Get an early and healthy start to your day as Nico and Paige bring you Living a Primal Lifestyle. Then catch Andy Hecht at 5 p.m. with the Commodities Hour, following the Tom O'Brien Show. Swim lessons from TD Ameritrade Thinkorswim is now at 11 a.m., followed by Basil Chapman at 12 noon. See the TFNN program lineup via the link on the front page of TFNN.com to get a complete overview of our TFNN shows and hosts. And keep TFNN's Tiger TV tuned in on your mobile device, PC, or Mac for the latest financial news and information throughout the broadcasting day. TFNN.com, educating investors. This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. Let's go. Well, Netflix, NFLX, that's holding a price right at near its highs. Netflix closed at 307. It's trading 327. The high on Netflix is 333. Let's go to Bob in Colorado. Hey, Bob, what's going on?
How you doing, Tom?
I'm doing great, man. Yourself?
Real good. Thanks for taking my call.
Absolutely. Thanks for calling. Thanks for holding.
Hey,
appreciate it.
Do you know what has happened with Harmony here lately? I'm in it at 175, and I thought it was basing really nice there for a couple of weeks to go higher. And
it was.
Bam.
Let's take a look at it. Okay, so you get Harmony Gold, folks. The low is 156. The high is 271. Now, what you had here, this broke topside on the 14th of February. It was an ABC structure with a 258 price projection, and we hit 253. So this stock was moving before the gold stocks were moving, folks. That was February 26th. March 26th, rather. Goes sideways, and then, like out of nowhere, as Bob just said, this thing get nailed from 230 down to 201. I suspect it's going to fill this gap right now. So that's price is 187, and it's hard to comprehend. Is this only what ended up happening? Is that I can't picture that they got robbed, folks, of like a bunch of gold. $576,000 it was, but it's hard to comprehend, Bob, that that's what really did it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That did happen on Thursday, but even so, it's like, holy, that's 576 grand, man. That's not the end of the world. Now, that's still, what the market might be looking at is like, okay, hey, listen, they do, it's 19 billion, but that's rand dollars, so that's a couple billion dollars U.S. The market might be looking at it and says, okay, hey, how the heck did you get robbed at a mine? That shouldn't happen. Let me just go over it. So thieves broke into Harmony Gold Mine. Kel Gold, Tuesday morning, stole 386 ounces of the precious metal. The robbers accessed heavily guarded gold storage facilities in a significant breach. So the market might be looking at that and says, okay, hey, listen, man, if you can't hold your gold, I mean, all these companies are not necessarily out in the middle of nowhere, but bottom line is that, you should be able to hold your gold.
Yeah, I got to stop in at 189, so I'll probably get hit tomorrow then.
I would say, yeah, when you see that, it's going to fill that gap. Well,
yeah.
The top of the gap is 187. Yeah, that's a killer. I know, man, especially because you're up so dramatically. There's no doubt. That's.
I gotta take the stop or delete the stop and.
Well, what you can do, I personally would put that under 188. You know, 188, you get a high volume spike there at 9. It's 9.4 million. You know, you're in at 175. Put it at 179. And where I'm going with 179 is the high of February 9th. Because if we put this on a weekly, you know, what it's doing, well, look at that. That's dangerous on a weekly. Oh, yeah. I'd put it at 179 anyway, but this is dangerous on a weekly because then 172 is game because this thing was so dramatic, how it broke topside.
Yeah, you hate to see the winner turn into a
you don't want that to happen. You don't want that to happen.
Yeah, so better be a wash or just a small game. So,
Totally.
All right.
Cooking, man. Have a great one.
Thanks so much.
And let's go. In fact, I wish I still had him there. Let's go over. So you get when you do this too, folks. You take a look at the Rand dollar. So the Rand dollar right now is trading 12 Rand dollars to $1 US, and that's still bottom line in the context with a how many will be making some good money on a consistent basis. That's how that shakes out also. Let's go take a look at, now let's go get the numbers on Netflix. Let's see what they're saying out here. So Netflix closed at 307. Right now, it's trading 329. The high's 333. Whoops. Okay, number-wise, let's see what we got here. Whoops, I don't want that one. Okay, Netflix posted its strongest start of the year since the company went public 16 years ago. The company added 7.41 million subscribers in the first quarter. Netflix now has 125 million paying subscribers, the most of any line TV network. This is the best performing, Netflix is the best performing stock in the S&P this year. First quarter profit rose to 64 cents a share, up from 40 cents a year earlier. Sales grew 40%. My God, 40%. Imagine growing sales by 40% to $3.7 billion. The current quarter, Netflix is predicting 79 cents and revenue of $3.93 billion. Netflix has told investors that it plans on saving money by bringing development and production in-house and avoiding markups imposed by rival studios. Total streaming content obligations grew to $17.9 billion in the first quarter, up from $17.7 3 months earlier. That's not even a big deal for Netflix anymore, the type of money that they're doing. In February, producer Ryan Murphy agreed to leave 21st Century Fox, where he made American Horror Story for a deal Netflix worth $300 million. It's while Netflix did make a profit, its free cash flow was negative $287 million. That's not good. Huh. Netflix is still adding customers every month. Bottom line is that they get some numbers going. There's no two ways about that. They definitely get some numbers going out here. We take a look at the how we fit. Let's go into the SPY. Let's go into all of these right now and figure where we closed out. So the SPY closed at 267.33. Bottom line, it had to close at 267.54. So you got a failure there too. Interesting. So the SPY the last 5 days, since last Monday, bottom line, it hasn't been able to basically make it up into these levels, into these higher levels. Each day, it's subtle, but guess what? You get that sell-off that happens. Inside the Qs, same type of setup inside the Qs. Well, let's see what the Qs are trading now. 162.60 they closed. You're at 163.15. That's going to help the Qs dramatically. 163.15. Yeah, he's still not there. Interesting. He's still coming into dramatically higher volume, and the price just didn't get to the highs again today. The small caps, the IWM, that closed at 155.37. That didn't make it either. These things, the small caps, have already done a larger counter-trend move. You know, the counter-trend move in the small caps. The small caps are trading where they were trading in January 11th. So that in itself is somewhat positive. We're going to take a look at Cameco. Cameco's traded up 31 cents. Let's see what they're saying out here. Let's see. So Cameco is up 31 cents today. Russia's potential ban on trade with the U.S. nuclear companies could benefit uranium and producer Cameco. TD analyst Greg Barnes said the proposed ban seems to have little impact on spot uranium prices. The uranium imports from Russia total 12% of U.S. requirements. 12%, that's nothing. But look at that, they moved the stock on it. Stay right there, folks. Come right back.
Many of our new listeners have heard about the Tiger's Den. The Tiger's Den is a lively community where professional traders and investors can meet, exchange ideas and information in a comfortable, moderated atmosphere. Hear all of the TFNN shows, plus see all of the charts as they happen live and have access to archives of all of those charts. You can test drive the Tiger's Den absolutely free for 30 days and greatly enrich your knowledge of these markets and how to make your money work for you. Details on the Tiger's Den are on the front page of TFNN.com. Tiger TV is an exciting way to experience TFNN programming. See high-definition video giving you crystal clear charts, as well as seeing some of the faces of TFNN's highly acclaimed financial experts with crisp, full-fidelity sound. Catch Tom O'Brien, John Logan, Steve Rhodes, Basil Chapman, Larry Pesavento, Think or Swim, David White, Andy Hecht, and Daryl Martin in crystal clear, high-definition audio and video. Tiger TV, exclusively at TFNN.com.
Since 1984, Basil Chapman has been using the Chapman Wave methodology to advise traders of his expert market opinion. While originally hand-drawing charts from the late 1970s into the 1980s, Basil noticed that prices under most circumstances virtually always had a certain number of legs to the upside before declining sharply. Later, Basil found that computer software, which included the standard market technical indicators, enhanced the degree of accuracy in calling price turns, as well as market trend calls. Thus was born the Chapman Wave sequence. Using the Chapman Wave methodology along with other indicators, Basil Chapman advises his subscribers of his expert market opinion each market day with his opening call newsletter. Right now, you can get a 2-week free trial to the opening call, Basil's daily trading newsletter, by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Cancel at any time during that trial and pay absolutely nothing. Get your 2-week free trial to Basil's newsletter, The Opening Call, today by visiting TFNN.com.
I'm certain you are or strive to be one of the best at everything you do in life. It's the most common trait that we tigers and tigresses share. If you're looking to become the best of the best when it comes to managing your money, let me teach you to do what most wealth managers tell you can't be done, which is how to time the markets. I'm Steve Rhodes, author of Mastering Probability, and for the last 12 months, Timer Digest has been tracking my newsletter signals, which have earned me the ranking as their #1 market timer in the nation for the S&P 500 for the last 12, 6, and 3 months. Timer Digest also ranks me as the #1 market timer for gold as well. The fact is, markets can be timed, and I'll teach you the exact set of tools that I use that has transformed me into one of the best at what I do. Sign up for Mastering Probability today by clicking on the newsletter tab on the homepage of TFNN.com and get immediate access to workshops where I take you step by step how to use an extraordinary set of tools as well as provide great market calls too. Sign up today.
Tom takes your phone calls now. Toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Tom O'Brien.
Welcome back, folks. Dow Industrials finished up 212, Nasdaq up 49, S&P's up 23. And on the political front, folks, this is going to be, you know, each night there's always between politics and basically numbers. That's what's moving this S&P around. This is going to be interesting to see how this thing shakes out. Just basically in the next few days, because what we did have out here today, you had the hearing for Trump's attorney cone to see whether the information that was collected is going to be privileged information. And you know, there's a lot that's happening there, that's for sure. But one of the things that did happen is that the Cohen's attorney said that they had three clients. The bottom line is that, and what they didn't want to do was give out the third client's name. Well, what ended up happening is that the third client's name happened to be Sean Hannity. Now, this is what happened, which I can't wait to see how this one shakes out, because at the Wall Street Journal at 3 o'clock talked to Hannity, and here's the quote. Hannity's quote is, this happened at 3:03. Hannity's quote was, "We have been friends a long time. I have sought legal advice from Michael," Hannity told Rebecca Ballhaus of the Wall Street Journal. But yet, at 4 o'clock, Hannity just started a show and said that there's no way that he is a client. Let me get to this quote, because this is, here it is, okay. Okay, so here it is. Sean Hannity, here's his quote. When we started, this is at 4:01. "I never paid legal fees to Michael," Hannity said. "Michael never represented me in any matter." He later added, "I may have handed Cohen $10 and asked for attorney-client privilege." Bottom line, now Cohen's down to 2 clients. It depends on who you're going to believe, whether you're going to believe what they said in court or you're going to believe Hannity. Bottom line is that this, as everything else inside this whole thing, I can't wait to hear this one, because on one side you have the Journal, who is Fox, doing the quote, and Hannity on the other, who is Fox, doing the quote. So future-wise, guess what? We'll find out, you know, bottom line, I suspect probably by tomorrow morning, what information will be out there and what information they're going to be able to look at or not look at. So Netflix has numbers. That baby is up at a tie. We were talking about Cameco. Cameco is the largest uranium producer. This is a Canadian company. They have the cigar mine. That is just a monster mine. And in fact, let me see what the price of uranium didn't go up. They're pumping out, yeah, they're pumping out 1.9 billion right now. 1.6 of that is uranium. And if you're familiar with that, the cigar mine is a monster. Now you can see how this equity was trading anyway. That they wanted to go to higher. Now you get an ABC up. Had a high volume spike at $11.18 December 4th. Takes out this B point today. So let's see. We got an A point at 8.90, B at 10. So you get about $1.20, which gets you $11, which is going to get you up at that high at 11.18. That's where this thing wants to go. Pull this back a bit. Now, this is an equity you want to start watching, and this is why. So you have the high volume spike at 11.18. You also have a nice high volume high at 13.36 from February of 2012. Now let's bring this thing way back. And what you're going to see is that this is a stock that got destroyed. 2011, it's at $44. It goes down to $7. It's been basing out, and it would have to get inside. Let's see, it's getting close though. It would have to get inside the $12 mark in order to be in the higher range, but it does at 13.36. This has juice. There's no reason this can't go to 13.36. If you go to 13.36, then you get game on again. Not to the highs. I wouldn't go to the highs there. But what you would do is that you'd break that full downtrend that has been in place for a long period of time. Just as well, yeah, 2013. That's a long period of time, no doubt. Let's go take a look at a few of the silver stocks out here. Silver's starting to peek its head up just a bit. We had Pan American Silver. That's holding tight. That has a nice high up here at 1766. That looks like it's going to go. They're going to go after that. The First Majestic, 658. One of the strongest ones out here is Endeavor Silver. This thing really took off. Now, this stock, folks, is highly volatile, too. I mean, this trades like, for a $2.80 stock, percentage-wise, it trades pretty violently. But I like what this did last week. This went from 240 to 290. It's going into its downdraft. It started at 312. If we can get, you need about another 10 cents in this equity. You get another 10 cents in this equity higher, then you could see some real firepower coming in. Let's go over to Gold Corp and see what we got with Gold Corp. Gold Corp is one of the first ones that got over the February 15th high. Gold Corp wants to trade up to 15.55. You're at 14.37 right now. Anico Eagle, nice setup. This is even stronger. And that was up 34 cents today. That's approaching now the 14th. The 14th is 46.13. So what you have inside, you have markets, then you have the sectors, then you have the equities inside the sectors, right? Inside that gold sector right now, what you have is this, is that your benchmark of that 14th, Gold Corp already took it out. Anico Eagle is ready to go after it. Rango Resources, Royal Gold took it out. Took it out in spades, too, actually. Royal Gold's almost at its high from January, which is $90. It's $89. That's a good indication, folks. Those are the stronger equities inside that sector. That's a good indication that the rest of these equities are going to basically start moving higher. What we did have last week is really positive as this. On Wednesday, you went topside in the gold market big time. The gold equities went along. Failed on Thursday, came back dramatically. Gold went down another $25. As gold went back $25, guess what? The equities went by pennies. Friday takes off again. Gold doesn't go up as dramatically as Wednesday, not even close either. Bottom line, what do the equities do? Equities take off and they're at higher highs. Gold last week was trading at $13.69. We're $20 below that, but yet the equities are higher. That's a really good indication that the bottom line is that the physical gold's going higher, the gold equities want higher price. Now, silver start basically holding its own out here today. The silver equities did. I suspect what we need silver to catch a bid. Dollar index is down 376 ticks. Now, that was on lighter volume today, but bottom line didn't hold price. This lower end of the consolidation inside the dollar is a big number. And as the dollar basically goes after its lows, we'll see if we get any volume or not. You get volume in the dollar, and we just might get that big break topside inside the gold market. Been trying to break topside for about a year and a half right now. Stay right there, folks. Come right back. Dow up 210. NASDAQ up 49. S&P's up 22. Come right back.
Larry Pesavento has just started his brand new service, Fibonacci 24/7, and he's already delivering content to his subscribers on a daily basis when the market's opened and even on weekends. Each Monday, you'll receive Larry's written report that provides detailed commentary and a summary on the charts and videos that Larry sends out. And throughout the week, when warranted, Larry will send out via charts or videos or both the key markets that he is watching during the day. This will be up-to-the-date, active trading information that will help you in your daily trading. In Larry's first week alone, he sent out 25 charts, 6 videos, and a full report to his subscribers in just 1 week. If you're a technical trader that uses patterns and retracements to trade, then Larry's service Fibonacci 24/7 is something that you must try. Right now, new subscribers can get a full 30-day money-back guarantee. With nothing to risk, sign up now to Larry Pesavento's Fibonacci 24/7 by visiting the front page of TFNN.com under Trading Newsletters. David White's newsletter, The Technology Insider, is focused like a laser on finding the next big things in technology. If you had invested only $10,000 in Microsoft in 1986, you'd have been a millionaire by 2000. Disruptive technology like Microsoft's is the key to these massive long-term profits, and the Tech Insider is the vehicle from TFNN to capitalize on these opportunities. This is the go-to newsletter that identifies, monitors, and profits on mostly little-known cutting-edge companies with great long-term prospects. David's experience is as an inventor of Emmy-winning animation products for TV and Hollywood that propelled a company public. Match that with 14 years as a full-time trader, and he's uniquely qualified to guide you through the light-speed world of ever-evolving high-tech. If you're ready to ride the next big technology bull market for less than $40 per month, log on to TFNN.com and get your 2-week free trial to the Technology Insider. Get in on the ground floor of the next big thing today. With over $56 million in cash and over $66 million in working capital, Great Panther Silver is positioned as a company with a solid foundation and poised for growth. While completely unhedged to the price of silver, Great Panther retains 100% ownership in 2 producing mines in Mexico, which is the top silver-producing country in the world, along with future potential production in Peru. Great Panther is highly leveraged to the price of silver, and after a great year of performance in 2016, Great Panther Silver has a strong outlook for 2017 as well. With good liquidity in trading and strong fundamentals on the balance sheet, while remaining completely unhedged to the price of gold and silver, now is a perfect time to take a closer look at this equity. If you'd like to find out more about Great Panther Silver, then go to greatpanther.com or check them out on the NYSE market, symbol GPL, or the TSX, symbol GPR.
Don't forget, you can listen to TFNN live on your mobile device 24 hours per day. Go to TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV. That's TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV for the latest market information.
Welcome back, folks. Let's go over and take a look at that Dow Industrial. So Dow Industrials traded up 212. Highs of Friday was 24,646. Bottom line, couldn't hang on to that. Couldn't hang on to the 24,622. Both those areas, that's where we had the high on Friday, gave back. High that was going back into the 5th of April. Couldn't handle that, too. So this will be intriguing as we open up again tomorrow, because what we have had here is this, is that you had, since the downdraft from the 22nd of March, that is the area this market has been trying to get through. Bottom line, you've had big movement. Every day we've had big movement, and bottom line just hasn't been able to pierce it. And that number to get into that gap is 24,655 inside the Dow Industrials. We got to 675, just backed off. Bottom line out here, what's that? It's so wild that when you actually think about it, the Dow now, folks, okay, it backed off 100 points, and it doesn't even feel like it. But from the highs to the lows today, that's what it did do. That's because those moves are so fast and furious. We take a look at well, we're so used to it now, too. We take a look at the SPY. Now, the SPY is a much larger number. The SPY, SPY, needs 270.19 to get into that. We got the 268.20. It closed out at 267.33. That was also under the highs of Friday, as well as under the highs of the 5th. That's the two numbers that's dealing with. The Qs, even with Netflix having a great number, bottom line is that that's way not even close. The Qs are way below it. We're talking about 166.19. That's the number you need in the Qs. And what the Qs did do with Netflix putting some juice underneath them, 162.60 they closed at. Right now they are trading at 163.11. That was still not the highs of today, but bottom line is that that's a good bid. No two ways about that. Always remember, folks, whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows. And whatever you want in life, folks, visualize it like a nice big motion picture. Step into it, take ownership of it, and fly with it. Thanks for being here, folks. Have a great night, safe night. Look forward to speaking right back here tomorrow morning, 8 o'clock. Go get 'em, folks.
Platinum, grains, crude oil, gold, copper, cattle, hogs, gasoline, natural gas, coffee, cotton, cocoa, and sugar. These are just some of the commodities mentioned in the most recent issue of Andy Hecht's Techno-Mental Commodity Report. Andy publishes his weekly newsletter every Thursday morning, where he breaks down the commodity market and provides his subscribers with specific trading recommendations based on his trading methodology. By signing up for a free trial to the Techno-Mental Commodity Report, you'll get a full 30 days to try out this powerful newsletter service and see for yourself the types of trades Andy has recommended for his subscribers. When you sign up for a 30-day free trial, you're under no obligation to pay anything. And should you decide to continue, you will lock in the low rate of only $79 a month. Sign up right now for the Techno Mental Commodity Report and make sure you're ready to catch the next big trade in commodities. For more information and to get started today, visit the front page of TFNN.com.